Welcome to Wigan. We are at the Robin Park Arena this Saturday morning for some live and exclusive Betfred Wheelchair Super League action. It's the Leeds Rhinos top of the pile and poised, they think, to clinch the league leaders' shield today. But Wigan just behind them might have a say in it. It could be winner takes all. Can Leeds finish top of the pile? We'll find out next, live and exclusive on the Sportsman, after we've heard from the two head coaches. Phil, great to see you. How excited are you about this opportunity today?
Oh, it's very exciting. Couldn't be more exciting to have the opportunity to play our final game in our inaugural season at home in front of family and friends, broadcast live on the Sportsman against the reigning champions. It ticks all the boxes, doesn't it?
I've loved covering the Betfred Wheelchair Super League, but I haven't covered a game here before. Tell me a little bit about what makes this special, because it looks great.
It's an incredible venue in terms of wheelchair rugby league. When the sport first came to this country, Halifax and a club called Wigan and District Wheelchair Sports Club were the two inaugural clubs that played, so this was one of the original venues. It's a fantastic place, great surface, gets a really good atmosphere.
In terms of the competition today, you said it, Leeds as good as there is at the moment. It's up to you to deny them top spot in the league leaders' shield, and an outside chance that if you do that you might sneak it as well. Is that the kind of thing you've been talking about as a team?
No, not really. We've just been concentrating on our normal processes. We've been looking at things that we need to fix up just to make sure we're scoring some more points. It's no secret that Leeds scramble really well in defence, so you can't be too off the cuff against them, because that's how they like to defend, off the cuff. So we need to apply a good balance, I guess, of kind of structure and that off the cuff rugby. But yeah, we've just really focused on what we need to do for 80 minutes today. We're not too bothered about league positions and points. That should sort itself out.
And as an ardent advocate of this sport, how much have you enjoyed seeing it take off, the limelight and the headlines it's been getting, and the appetite for it in the build-up to the World Cup?
Oh, it's just huge, isn't it? You know, the sport has slowly grown for a number of years, but then this last sort of 12-18 months, all the hype for the World Cup and the preparation for that, the extra nations involved, and as you say, the increased broadcast and awareness of the sport, people are starting to recognise the difference between wheelchair rugby league and what you might call Paralympic wheelchair rugby. If you're a rugby fan, this is wheelchair rugby, and people are starting to recognise that now, and realise very quickly, as soon as they watch a game, just how fast it is.
And you yourself, just finally, you still enjoying the playing side as much as ever, and your fitness is good, I'm hearing.
Yes, still love playing. Every year I tell myself, you know, I'm going to step off the court and let these younger guys do their thing. And to be quite honest, it's them that keep saying I'm still adding some value. So, yeah, keep topping myself up with the odd 10k and the odd marathon. I've got to keep up with the youngsters.
Phil, great to see you. Thanks for having us here, and good luck today.
Thanks, George.
James, great to see you. Big contest today, hopefully a big audience as well. How have you been shaping up for this one?
Yeah, it's the last game of the regular season for us, so we're trying to peak at the right time, trying to peak at the end of the year, moving into the semi-finals. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's been a long, tough year for the players. The competition's been the hardest it's ever been, so we're looking to hit our strides at the right time.
The core and everything just being put together at the moment, some drilling going on in the background, some of your opponents putting their chairs together. We talk a lot about momentum, don't we, certainly in Super League at this time of the year. Is that similar in the wheelchair game?
Yeah, definitely, and I think it's been such a long season. We had the Challenge Cup, so you had to kind of hit your high for that and then regather your composure to carry on the year. So I think going into the semi-finals now, you need that confidence of knowing that you can kind of beat any team you're going to draw in the semi-finals. So that's what we're trying to aim now, is know that whoever we end up facing in the semis, we've got what it takes to beat them and make the grand final.
And in terms of what's at stake today, of course Leeds are top by a point, so the league leader shield up for grabs if you win against Wigan. But they're likely to give you a rough go, I would suggest, today. Yeah, definitely.
Last time we were here, it was a draw. The game was really tight. You know, Wigan are a really good side, a really good rugby league side as well, and I love that about them. As someone who loves the game of wheelchair rugby league, you've got Leeds Rhinos, you've got Wigan Warriors, two rugby league clubs, and both teams are really passionate about rugby league and playing rugby league, just it being in a wheelchair. So yeah, we're looking for a really intense game. I think they've got 4 different countries represented in their team, including a USA player, so it's going to be amazing to see all the different nationality players out there ahead of the World Cup at the end of the year.
And there's a real appetite for wheelchair rugby league at the moment. Every time I see you, like kind of just a few months apart, it's almost like it grows from each time. And now, on the eve of the World Cup, there's real hunger, and that must really really give you a smile as someone who's an ambassador in at the forefront of this sport?
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to be in this game as it's grown, as the game's progressed, and I've progressed with it as a player and as a person, and I love it. I remember when we had 150 days to the World Cup, and then we had 100 days. Now we're nearly 42 days or something till the kick-off for the men's in England Samoa. So it's crazy, and it's crazy how fast it's coming round. And just when I think Wheelchair Rugby League has reached its pinnacle of what we can do, we get something else. Like now being on TV today, it's incredible where the game's going, and I just love being a part of it.
And as a final thought before we get ready to, or we allow you to get ready and rejoin your team, for those tuning in to the Sportsman today to watch this one, perhaps watching Wheelchair Rugby League for the first time and knowing there's a World Cup and thinking, should I go and watch it? What are they likely to see today? What do you think they're going to enjoy about what they're going to see?
The answer people hear a lot is it's rugby league in a wheelchair, and people will get bored of hearing that, but it is exactly rugby league in a wheelchair. 6 tackles, we have sticks, you score tries, you take conversions, you'll see the ball getting shipped like you see in the running game of rugby league, you'll see players wrapping around the back to create space like a fullback would, you'll see absolute huge hits, people smashing into each other in metal chairs, and honestly you'll just see pure athleticism out there.
Looking forward to it, good luck.
Thank you very much, cheers.
And here we are, live in Wigan on a Saturday morning, live and exclusive on the Sportsman. I can't tell you how much we've been looking forward to this one. The climax to the regular season in the Betfred Wheelchair Super League. Phil Roberts there with his Wigan side hosting this multi-talented Leeds Rhinos team, who were very, very confident of clinching top spot and the League Leaders Shield today. The two sets of players going through their final preparations. Really good venue this. Got the right dimensions, it's spacious, and if you've not checked out Wheelchair Rugby League before, don't go anywhere, because it's fast, it's frenetic, and it's physical. At times absolutely brutal, and it could, with two of the best sides going head to head here today, be compelling viewing. Let's confirm the two sides for you. Starting off with Phil Roberts' Wigan Warriors side, who are looking to upset the Rhinos today as the two sides separate for their final team talks. Chris Greenhall at 1 for Wigan, and then Martin Norris, Nathan Roberts, Deck Roberts, Adam Rigby, Phil Roberts, Mark Williams, Lenny Hazard and Matt Wooler. What about the Rhinos? So much talent in this side. Look out for the England skipper Tom Halliwell and James Simpson, the player coach. There's Tom wearing 7, and Nathan Collins, who will wear 1 today, which Josh Butler, Simpson will wear 4, Ewan Clibbens, Tom Halliwell. There's talent all over the place. Paul Horrobin, Verity Smith and Jodie Boyd-Ward. Joining me for commentary live on the Sportsman today is the England wheelchair team manager, John McMullen. Great to see you, John.
Yeah, thanks for having us today. Looking forward to this game. It's the first time in Wheelchair Rugby League's history, on the final game round season of the year, that we're going to have 3 teams potentially lifting the title, which is if Leeds Rhinos win the fixture today, they will finish top of the table, as we had a mid-season split to a top 4, and in the first part of the season bringing the points forward collected with the second part of the season. Leeds are potentially the destinies in their own hands today. If Wigan win by 40 points today, they will also be able to lift that League Leaders Shield at the end of the season, and depending on results, if Wigan win but don't win by more than 40, it gives Halifax the window opportunity tomorrow's fixture at London Roosters down in Medway to clinch the League Leaders title. So all to play for today. Fantastic fixture we've got ahead, and some exciting players that are looking to get some form ahead of this year's World Cup.
Yeah, and as we mentioned in the pre-match interviews with James Simpson and Phil Roberts, real encouragement about the growth and the appetite for this sport. We've seen it in the women's game. We had the brilliant game live on the Sportsman last weekend at Headingley in the women's game, where York upset Leeds at Headingley to win the League Leaders Shield, and we've seen a similar growth and real fervour for the wheelchair game, which on the eve of the World Cup, as you say, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fantastic time for Rugby League in the Northern Hemisphere. I think the Rugby Football League and the development team that I'm part of, we're doing a fantastic job to work alongside the World Cup to make sure the £10 million investment from government for the legacy funding has been doubled, and we're looking at around £20-25 million worth of investment being made. A significant portion of that has gone into the women and girls and the wheelchair and the disability variants of like PDRL, LDRL, and it's a real exciting time to be involved in. All of the teams are looking to grow, all of the teams have had access to, created by, as you'll see on the post pads today, equipment, kit, providing that capacity for all the clubs to grow and getting fantastic venues like we are here today at Robin Park Indoor Sports Arena.
It's the I word again, isn't it? It's the impact of the big tournament coming up this autumn. Even prior to the hosting of the Rugby League World Cup, we're seeing the impact with occasions and events like this, and great to see a reasonable crowd. You won't see it because it's off camera behind to our left, but the supporters still coming in to watch this one at this big gymnasium in Wigan at Robin Park, just a stone's throw from the Wigan Warriors home at the DW Stadium. And what a season they are having. Who knows where that could end? Well, it'll probably end at Old Trafford, but who knows who will lift the trophy. We're building up to a great climax in the Betfred Super League as well. We're just about ready to go. The Rhinos are certainly ready. Wigan are having their final discussions about what on earth they can do, John, to halt, to clip the wings of this Leeds team, who, when I was reading through the team list there's literally talent in every single position.
Oh yeah, I counted a number of international players that will be represented at the World Cup. There's the cream of the crop, there's Welsh internationals, there's England internationals, and there's Ireland internationals across the park. Today is going to be a fantastic spectacle of that, and we've also got the match officials today in Holly Cruikshanks and Andrew Marsh, which will be Ollie Cruikshanks taking the lead in the number one position on the referee, where he will dictate play and the speed of it, and Andy Marsh will be the defensive referee, making sure the teams get back and supporting Ollie in this game today. So it's a fantastic opportunity for all three teams here to put on a show ahead of the work at World Cup, as selections for teams and internationals are still underway by all of their head coaches.
And for those absolutely new to wheelchair rugby league, wondering how it plays out and the rules, the simplest description is it's rugby league. You're just in wheelchairs.
Absolutely, yes. So in the running game, as we call it, they will go back 10 metres. In the wheelchair game, that will be 4 metres. You'll see the red and black stripe marks across the pitch, and the touch lines marked out with big red post at the side, so that the players have a visual as well as the lines themselves. So yeah, full size pitch. We're looking for an exciting, fast, physical game today. You will see players coming out of the chairs. It is a regular occurrence. The players are all aware of that, and they just get on with it, as in the running game. Once you get hit, you get up and you go again, and the team that does that the best will end up on top, I guess.
So here we go, live and exclusive on the Sportsman on a Saturday morning. Short kick-off from Wigan, and immediately it's Tom Halliwell gobbling up possession for the Rhinos, and he waits for his England teammate and the player coach Simpson to join in. Simpson and Halliwell dominating early on for Leeds. There's the collision again. He turns back looking for the offload, carries on himself. Boyd Ward on the angle, but Halliwell going, he senses the gap right down the side and touches down, and Leeds have struck first in the first 30 seconds to lead.
Yeah, great try there by Tom. Very individual effort, but as you saw, they're starting quite slow in the middle, controlling it, looking and finding out where the space is. You give Tom Halliwell half an inch of a gap and he will disappear through it. He's got speed, pace and power to get away from those players and finish that fantastically.
That's what he can do, and that is why Tom Halliwell is one of the best players on the planet in this sport. Turned for the offload, sensed an opportunity, and he wasn't going to be caught. Now then, Nathan Collins to make it a perfect start for the league leaders. Pulled it. Looked good from here. Not this time. So it's a 4-0 Rhinos lead. As we have another look at this Halliwell try.
Yeah, he just shows it there. He shows and goes. The defender in Lenny Hazard bought the dummy, and then the cover defence from Phil Roberts worked quick enough to get there with his speed and pace, but we're underway again.
A little dribble kick-off picked up by Collins. He'll be annoyed with himself as the straps go flying. We'll see a lot of that this morning as well. Multitude of straps on the body so they don't have to mess about. Simpson, Collins had gone. It didn't see him quick enough. So Halliwell just sets up in centre field here. Collins on his right shoulder. Simpson now retreats. He'll wait for Collins. Arriving at pace. There's the contact with Roberts. Here's the danger man. Halliwell just puts one in the air. It's knocked forward by Roberts. So Leeds will have another crack here. Clibbons with Simpson. Setting up right in front of the sticks, the Rhinos. Halliwell plotting his course here. Double run with Halliwell going on his own. Just opened up, set play, and Halliwell has 2 in the first 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, there goes that point that we spoke about before. He's reading where the defence is. A slow restart from a great kick pressure. He shows the ball, he holds it, and then he ducks forward to make sure the defenders can't reach over from the side to take his tags whilst he places that ball on the floor.
What a start for the England captain. You'll be seeing and hearing a lot of Tom Halliwell, I would suggest, over the next few months. And what a platform he has laid for Leeds here to clinch the league leaders' shield, live on the Sportsman. Collins missed his first. This a better angle. He rarely misses 2 on the spin. No mistake, through and true. And the Rhinos extend their lead to 10 points to 0.
Yeah, some great play there, and individuals doing the job, but you think it comes through from just seeing and playing what's in front of you. There's lots of discussions just being burked at the Leeds Rhinos, whereas the Wigan team seemed a little laid back.
Change of tactics with the restart this time. First 2 went along the ground, that one went deep. 1 bounce and out of play, so it will be Leeds to tap in front of the post with Simpson. Be delighted with the start his side have made. There goes Jody Boyd-Ward, moving laterally left to right. Halliwell lurking, here he goes again. Good hands. Collins elusive. Boyd-Ward once more. Leeds attacking once again. They want a third. It's Halliwell. Lovely ball, big contact on Collins and the ball's come out, but that's going to be a penalty against Wigan. And another chance for Leeds.
Yeah, Nathan takes the ball the line very quickly to the line, and as he does that he forces the defender to snatch at the ball and pulls it out and gets a penalty one.
Well, this has been relentless from the Rhinos. Halliwell attacking the line, bullet ball wide. Clibbons was tapped. Just. That was real danger.
It just shows 2 passes, they can get the ball across this pitch and cover the full 20 metre width.
Here they go again,
creating the space.
Halliwell. Another change of direction. Have they found a way through into the corner? I think Simpson's there. And Leeds do have try number 3.
Fantastic try that there, worked it to the middle, got it across, dragged the defenders away from the line that they'd just attacked, and where Clibbons nearly went in, and then swinged it to the opposite side of the pitch, and then James Simpson saw a little gap on the outside as the defender pushed in. He saw his body shape and his wheels turn in, so James Simpson knew he had the opportunity to a quick push with a lot of power. He would get around him with the different size and difference.
Well, an absolutely sensational opening half dozen minutes from Leeds. Wigan haven't had the ball.
They've not, and this
They
is
literally haven't had the ball.
This is a game where possession is going to be, and territory is absolutely key to the sport. And if you can't complete your sets and you can't get in the opposition's earth, you're going to find it very difficult to do that. And Leeds are controlling everything at this moment in time.
Tough one, this. Oh, he's nailed it from the touchline. Clench of the fist from Nathan Collins, 2 from 3. And Leeds have scored 16 points in 7 minutes.
Yeah, just looking at the body languages now of the players, and they're looking a little bit down on themselves at this moment in time at Wigan, and what they need to be doing is refocusing all their energies to get into this defensive set and get some possession down in this half of the field.
Could be a long 80 minutes if they don't get the ball. Leeds look in the mood at Robin Park this morning. Collins and Clibbins. Halliwell. Simpson on his left shoulder, takes it into traffic, takes the contact. Ewan Clibbins once again, eating up the metres at the moment. Collins arrives at pace, Halliwell gave him the shouts. Tag was called. Halliwell will have another crack here. Oh, a little early kick through. And Wigan have their first possession of the match with 8 minutes having elapsed. What can they do with this?
Adam Rigby there spinning, turning, looking for support. Depp Roberts comes up on the outside to try and create a little bit, and this is now where they just need not to panic, take the tackles and go through the complete set.
Depp Roberts will have to come to the fore here. Huge contact from Clibbins. I felt that one up here. This is better though from Wigan. They need a response, trailing 6-0. Here's the experience of Phil Roberts driving towards the post. Still going Roberts. Opportunity knocks for the Warriors. Elusive towards the line, just tagged before. Now then Phil Roberts, can he get there towards the post and scores?
I think he has got that down there.
Has he got it down? Phil Roberts thinks he scored. What about the referee? Try awarded. And boy, Wigan needed that.
Yeah, that's some good play there. That's Wigan not forcing it. It's controlling it from the restarts and seeing the sets out. Use the post. In the wheelchair game, you can't actually run around the post as you would in a running game due to the nature of the chairs, so that's going to create a gap for somebody to go through. Phil Roberts, very experienced, saw that and went through it, and up against his son Deck, who's going to take this conversion. Highest kicking rate in Super League this season.
Makes no mistake. High up behind the post. Our commentary position, by the way, is high up behind the post, so that ball almost came to us. I think we might have to catch a few today, the way that these sides have started.
I'd have stood behind you and let it hit you first, George.
Had a few occasions like that this season where I've been so busy commentating, looking at my notes, that I've glanced up and the ball has hit me full contact. I've won at Salford on the Channel 4 game a few weeks ago. I was so busy catching up with Helen Skelton during the match, we didn't realise that the kick into touch was coming right at us.
Yeah, Helen would distract me as well, George, but that's another topic in total. But Wigan here now controlling it, the defence from Leeds being very strong. As you can see, the line is very flat, which is creating Wigan to find it difficult to create the space they're looking to get through. In the wheelchair game, what we're looking to do at this point here is, as the markers are square, the defensive line is creating the overlap, whereas Phil Roberts has just found it with push with support on the inside.
Father and son combining. Can Wigan get ahead of steam up in the same vein as Leeds started? Dab forward from Roberts, it's a good one. Big contact as Boyd Ward collects right on her own line, and then that was a nice little flick pass, and Clibbins grabbed by Phil Roberts. It's getting spicy, this. Simpson. Oh, there was almost a bit of friendly fire there. First man out of the chair, we'll see a few of them today. Almost collided with his own man, Halliwell. Here goes Tom. Couldn't get the tab, Lenny Izzard there. Oh, and it's a mistake by Leeds, and Wigan have turned it over. It is the tide turning early here.
It's a game of a pendulum, and you always get some opportunities, as we call it. You're getting the tumble dryer spin of the game, and it's about seeing out your sets, controlling your processes, and making sure your skill execution's well. And on that occasion there, Tom had spun too quick and overpassed for the player to be able to reach it oncoming. As you'll see there, there's a defender out of the chair. Time will be called off because he's in the ruck area. Otherwise, we will continue with play.
The fitness is extraordinary. It's non-stop, this. And Wigan on the front foot, trailing 3 tries to 1. That went behind the runner, so Roberts will pick it up. Eventually Collins gets to grips with him. There he goes to Phil. Lovely pass from Phil Roberts. Can they offload out the back? I think Wigan have scored again. That was a beautiful pass from Izzard. And they have struck again through Adam Rigby, and Wigan have their second.
Yeah, these are the pendulums here. You see that there's a control restart. They don't force it as they're trying to put Deck off as he's got the ball in his possession. As he's got the ball from the restart there, he controls it and makes sure he's composed. A great line of push from Phil Roberts comes in here, and as Phil takes the ball to the line, it creates the space, and then Lenny's fantastic hands, one-handed catch and offload over the edge to Adam Rigby to score.
Oh, how about that as well? Right through the middle. And a brilliant response from the Warriors. 2 converted scores, and now they only trail by 16 points to 12.
I'm glad you're keeping count on this, George, because I'm writing down who the scorers are as we're looking at this game here. But as you can see, players are now really being counted and starting to push very hard and quick.
I think the last 2 times I've covered the Leeds Rhinos wheelchair team, we have lost count of the score, I'll be honest.
It's your job today, that one there, as you're coming through.
I made sure I packed a couple of notepads for this one today. A great response from Wigan, and a perfect illustration, really, John, of wheelchair rugby league. It is played in trends.
Absolutely, it's a game of chess. It's tactical, it's technical. It's about when are you prepared to give up space and time, when are you not. Fantastic impact coming there from Collins on big Phil Roberts.
First interchanges will be interesting. An early dab through from Wigan. That looks like it's got too much on it, and Leeds just allow it to go through. I'm sure both sides thinking about their first changes.
Yeah, well, he's give up the cheap 8 metres to restart, whereas if they kept him behind the line and they forced to come out from there, it's an extra 8 metres on the push, which makes a significant difference in the momentum of this. As you know, they're already at the 12 metre mark.
Halliwell with Collins. Clibbens wants it right side. Oh, elusive from Collins, and then flicks the ball to Clibbens. That's a brilliant Rhinos try.
Oh, fantastic skill execution, and it goes from there, giving 8 metres cheap, followed by fantastic pass and offload in the middle there, and what a one-handed carry and pass out of the back door to Ewan to score in the corner. A fantastic piece of skill execution, and for me, a contender of the greatest try of the game so far.
That was wonderful from Leeds, who've been under the cosh for the last 6 or 7 minutes, and to come up with that play. But you call it, John, it was all from that mistake on the final play from Wigan, allowing the ball to go dead in the Rhinos in goal area, allowing them that mini piggyback back up the court, and it's allowed Leeds to strike and extend their lead. 20 points to 12. 4th try for the Rhinos. Collins has popped over 2 from 3 so far. This is the toughest of the lot from that right touch line. Looks a good contact, but he sliced it, so only 50%. And it's a 20 points to 12 game. 2 from 4 from Nathan Collins, as we have another look at this try.
Yeah, it's very unlike Nathan to miss his kicking, and I think today's pressure and what it means the game, but obviously it's not affecting him in his skill level and his speed and change of pace in that. Very elusive in the game, and his evasion in the chair and his chair skills are fantastic.
We're going to go long again. Watched carefully by the try scorer Clibbens. Just about stays in the field of play. Collins evading contact and then taking the tackle. Looking for support, Halliwell will provide. Goes straight into Phil Roberts. Here comes Simpson, looking to exploit a bit of room right side. Clibbens again. Jodie Boyd-Ward herring up in support. It's Collins back in field. Lovely offload to Simpson, attacking through the line. Roberts completes the tackle. Simpson, it's swift, it's pacey, and Halliwell's in for a hat-trick. That just opened up for Leeds, and Halliwell grabs a 16-minute hat-trick.
Yeah, fantastic piece of change of pace from Leeds on a number of occasions there in the build-up to that try. You see what happens is it's across the pitch, it's quick, it's slow. James Simpson then controls that play of the ball, and what happens with good players, people do give you a little bit more time and they create it themselves by how they carry the ball. Are they going to pass it, are they not? And that gap just opened up in between Phil Roberts and Lenny Izzard then.
And it's going to be Tom Halliwell to take over the kicking duties. This one a lot easier than the last couple that Collins has missed.
Yeah, I just saw Nathan Collins actually putting something over his shoulder over there, so he may have a bit of a niggle today, which is why his kicking's not been on form.
So Halliwell to convert his own score. Yeah, he can do everything. And it's another 2, and it's a 26-12. Leeds lead, 2 back from Wigan, and then Leeds with 2 back of their own.
Yeah, it's a fast and frantic game, which we thought it was going to be. I think what's happening here is the control elements of it are being led, and Tom Halliwell at this moment in time is finding himself to be able to change the speed of the game on a pin drop, so he's doing really well with a short kick-off we come off with there. Josh Butler is the interchange who's come on there for Ewan Clibbans.
Simpson takes it on, and here is Butler. Still going, Butler. Very hard to pin down. Oh, a lightning ball. Can Collins get in the corner? Almost there. I think the tackle was complete. It was. Referee on the money there. Last tackle with Halliwell offloading inside. It's picked up. Should still be the last this, with Collins dabbing over the top to himself. Is that going to sit up? No, just too deep.
So again, last time we saw this, the 8-metre restart, they ended up going the full length and scoring, did Leeds Rhinos. I wonder if you see a difference in this. Look at how compressed the Leeds Rhinos defence is. They're saying, take us on, you're not coming through the middle, and if you're going round us, that's where the space will be, and backing themselves to defend better.
Phil Roberts. He's telling me before the match how fit he is at the moment. The older he gets, the fitter he gets, he's saying. Still doing marathons.
Unbelievable. He can push the Wigan 10k in a ridiculous amount of time, and the power and shoulders, he's just solid muscle from the arms and shoulders as you really need in this game, and the power he's got is fantastic.
Yeah, we were talking about marathons, being a passionate marathon runner myself. Going to be doing the the Rockborough Leeds Marathon next year. Phil said, oh, there's a big contact. Phil said he had a look at that and had a look at the inclines and the gradients and thought, nah, that's not one for a wheelchair.
Not at all. Well, we do see Phil on a regular basis just pushing around the streets of Wigan, up and down Orrell, and there's a significant hill involved in that as well. So he's a very fit character, as are the majority of these wheelchair athletes, and the training that goes into it. They're at least in the chairs twice a week and the gym on weekends as well.
Halliwell. Midway point of the first half. Leeds in control at the moment, but we've seen already how quick the scoring burst can change. Simpson just pauses.
He's just putting his tags on there, just double checking that they both actually stuck on, as I think it fell off originally.
Here's Collins, promotes to Halliwell. Got Butler back on his insides. Flicks the ball, one bounce. Well, a little bit of afters there.
Yeah. I think Leeds were a little upset. They thought that Tom Halliwell had the ball in one hand, and as they've gone to take the tag, it's caught his hand and he's lost control, the referees have deemed, which I think is right. They weren't pleased with that, so just kind of kept hold of the ball. We come up with Matt Woolliffe, big character, he's got some real pace and strength.
Here come Wigan again. Can they find another burst of scoring to stay in this contest? Simpson with the collision, but not completing the tackle. Collins eventually rips off the tag, but here come the Warriors towards the line. Right in front of the sticks here. Phil Roberts goes to the left-hand side, promotes the ball. Can they get through in the corner? Back in towards the post. Tackle complete, so they'll line up again. All the options are inside. Directly at the line is Deck. Still going, tackle complete. No way through at the moment. Can Phil get in the corner? Tackle complete. Oh, what an offload, Phil Roberts. And that's brilliant from Wigan. And again, it was made by Phil Roberts and scored by Matt Woolliffe.
Yeah, fantastic piece of skill on a number of occasions there from Phil Roberts. Initially I thought there's no chance he's going to catch that pass. He reached down and he J-scooped it up from the side of his wheel very athletically. He caught it and offloaded it and pushed it wide. He then took the ball in again on another difficult pass in the corner, held it up so the player couldn't reach the ball, and instead of taking the tags, Phil's managed to pop off an inside ball to Matt Woolliffe to finish it for a fantastic score.
This kick's coming up towards you and I, John.
I'll stand behind you now at this point.
Here we go. Oh, just underneath us. Flags are up though. It's another 2 back. And it's 26-18.
Yeah, scores in the wheelchair game. You can score 20 points in a very short and tight space of time, depending on the frenetic pace of it and how they're playing. You do see that occasionally happen when they get in that tumble dryer position of it, and I was talking before the game as Wigan had a bit of a fitness test with Martin Norris, who's carrying a bit of a knock. He had a fall in the shower the other day and he's not able to play today, but he's on the side supporting the team.
Good deep restart from the Rhinos. Oh, the first error of the match from Phil Roberts. He'll be furious with himself because it's invited this pressure on. Jody Boyd-Ward, Simpson towards the line, gives it wide, and Leeds make Wigan play, scoring in the corner with Josh Butler, and Phil Roberts puts his hand up and said that one was on me.
Yeah, real difficult from fantastic piece of skills up the other end of the pitch where he's supported scoring a team to taking a loose ball over there and just dropping it. As I've no doubt in any walk of life and sport, athletes do get and do make mistakes, and what he will be looking to do now is repair the team and bring that back, but that doesn't take away from the fantastic reactions from Nathan Collins. He bounced on that ball straight away as it came, took the tackle, and they were ready to swing it out to the other side. It went through 3 pair of hands, and James Simpson taking it to and through the line and offloading around the player, which was a fantastic piece of skill and execution at pace.
Tom Halliwell to have another go. Oh, he's missed one. So Leeds missing a few, just keeping it closer than it would have been. They've missed 3 of their 6 conversion attempts, Leeds, and that's kept Wigan in the hunt.
Yeah, that could be very costly at the end of the game, because obviously we're what is it now, about 25 minutes in the game, with still quite a long time to go. As you can see, both sets of players and teams are still very enthusiastic and energetic, as is with this chase.
Oh, it's high one bounce restart from Wigan. Jody Boyd-Ward watched it over the head and into touch.
4 metres out, 4 metres in for the restart.
And here she goes into traffic, straight at Deck Roberts.
Yeah, you will notice there for some of the spectators today, the reason that Jodie doesn't need to touch the ball on the floor is because she's got limited movement. In that, she wears some yellow armbands where you can see it, but for the restart she just needs to touch a wheel to restart the game rather than the floor, as you're seeing some of the players do, as we're an inclusive sport and that's what it's all about.
Collins with Simpson inside, already looking dangerous. And Boyd, oh, she couldn't take it. And then the big contact as she tried to get in at the corner, and Wigan closed the door.
Yeah, any player who's played on the wing or the outside edges would realise that as you've got a body coming flying at you, Adam Rigby, 15 stone of pure muscle and pace in that chair, and Jody Boyd-Ward saw that coming across at the same time as the ball being offloaded.
So Wigan just about hanging in here. It feels like Leeds have been dominant, but the scoreboard would tell a slightly different story. Leeds have got the upper hand, yes. They've scored 6 tries to 3, but Wigan still in the game. Can they find the next burst of scoring? to really set us up at half-time.
Interestingly, Wigan haven't used any interchanges yet, whereas Leeds have had the rotation, and Josh Butler being the only one to have the brought on for Ewan Clibbens, and the rotation might pay dividends later in the game.
Just a few mistakes starting to creep in from Wigan, which has allowed Leeds to gain possession back, and Halliwell's so good on the ball. Butler's round the corner, but he got tagged. The referee's saying come back and play it from the mark. Key moments this, it feels. The wrestle for supremacy. Halliwell again has been the best player on the pitch, first 25. Collins not been far off, through the gap and touches down. Nathan Collins, and Leeds stretch a further 4 points clear.
Yeah, Tom Halliwell taking the ball and controlling it, as you rightly pointed out. He had loads of pace and time. Give it to Nathan. The defence didn't react quick enough, and he only needs a splinter of a gap, does Nathan, and is a magnificent way of being able to get the chair through gaps they shouldn't fit through. The chair's been around a metre wide on the bottom of it. He somehow manages to tilt, jump, lean, get through them gaps that you think impossible to do, and he's just done it again there and created a fantastic try for taking Leeds even further ahead.
Third different kicker for the Rhinos. Collins this time. Can they start getting these going between the posts? 12.5 to go until half time. 30-18 Leeds lead, but they've scored 7 tries. Oh, he's missed another one. Extra kicking practice, I think, during the week for the Rhinos.
Absolutely, yes, and just to kind of count on the numbers you're doing really well with the score, but it's the second kicker, because he's reverted back to the original one. So
third kicking change.
Correct.
Second different kicker.
Yes, we are observant.
Yeah.
As you can hear,
yeah. Transitions, Tom Halliwell. Whoa. Did well to keep his eyes on that, knowing he was about to get hammered. Collins. Halliwell. Still going. Here's Collins again. Simpson lurking behind, as to is Jody Boyd Ward. It's going to be Simpson right side. Just meanders into traffic and waits for Halliwell. Here he comes, plotting his route through, and then fizzes the ball to Butler. Can he get round the outside? Oh, that was a huge collision. Almost ripped him out of the chair. Butler's got Halliwell. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go straight at the post. Backs in and sets up. Is that the turnover? Yes, it is.
Yeah, fantastic piece of attacking play and defending there, and the reason the referee didn't penalise Det Roberts there was it was a genuine attempt to take his tag. He wasn't looking to knock the player out of his chair as he moved it forward. As you can see here, with the defensive lines coming in, Leeds are working and operating more of a one person take the tag and ruck it, whereas when Tom Halliwell gets the ball at the moment, he's drawing a minimum of 2 players in as they come up the pitch.
Here come Wigan again. Phil Roberts floats the ball to his son Deck. Sets up just left of the post. Still going, it's gone behind everyone. Phil Roberts is going to have to scamper back and pick this one up, and he does cleanly, but it's still gone to ground. Well, they'll go again from here. All manner of hands on the ball there.
Yeah, Josh Butler ended up coming out of his chair there, and the reason the referees didn't stop it was he was outside of the play, and he knows he's got to get back. He's got a chair malfunction. That's not affecting Wigan though, as Lenny Izzard brings the ball forward to
they're going to make
space.
a change here. Sorry, John.
Ewan Clibbens
is back on for Butler to sort his chair out. Can Wigan take advantage of the reshuffle? Oh, an intercept! He's just come on, Ewan Clibbens. Not sure Wigan realised.
Yeah, caught them all by surprise, but being in the right place at the right time is a fundamental part of being a good edge in the wheelchair game, and he popped up just at the right space at the right time.
Here he goes. fresh body of Ewan Clibbans off the bench.
His chair's actually looking quite new there and sparkly, so he's probably still getting to grips with his new chair. That's why he couldn't get up, and the support came on from Karen Collins.
Early dab over the top from Nathan Collins. Could be anyone's this, could be Leeds', could be Simpson's. Well, he's picked it up and he's tagged Halliwell. There's going to be gaps left side. Brilliant ball movement. And Jodie Boyd-Ward. She went out, didn't she?
That's what the referee's saying there. He's pointed straight for a 20 restart as she's taking the ball dead in goal.
Just lost her bearings. Looked as though that was a gift of a try for Leeds. Boyd-Ward just ran out of room. Thought Clibbans could have got himself there.
What a fantastic piece of refereeing officiating there, with the pace and speed of that. Getting that call correctly at the right time was fantastic by the officials there.
Wigan still haven't made a change, have they?
They've not, no, and I think it's starting to tell with some of the errors creeping in, with some of the offloads that are not quite ready or on. They could do with a bit of a refresh here and hopefully keep this game as competitive as it can be.
Now then, it's a race to the line. Cuts back in field, takes a tackle from Simpson. Roberts, opportunity knocks here for Wigan. Towards the post he goes and touches down. Right under the sticks. Big try for Dec Roberts.
Yeah, fantastic pace and speed there. Two fantastic balls thrown wide from one side of the pitch to the other. Lenny Izard didn't panic, and then the passes came back across the field. Dec Roberts, as he does so often and regular, he took the ball to the line, held the defence account. They didn't take his tag, so he placed the ball down under the H's.
So up to 24.
Yeah, he converted that there as well then. Dec Roberts, no mistakes from that short distance. Wolof bringing the ball forward there at pace and leaning into the defender Clibbans, making sure his tags are reattached. Dec Roberts just making sure that he's got his tags on correctly there, bringing Adam Rigby forward. They've now got some space and they've created it. The defenders are biting in here. Dec's taking the ball with a little kick through.
Well diffused by Collins. Just trying to clarify the score. I think our scoreboard has got it one wrong. I think Leeds have got another on there, haven't they?
I'll take you for that, as I said, George.
I was doing so well with
scoring was your points.
With no... did they convert the last try? They've certainly either got 34 or 36. Did Collins knock the last one over?
I don't think he did, actually, because we was commenting on his third miss of...
which would leave us 34-24, yes?
I'll take your word for it. But as it goes on, play
they've certainly
goes on.
scored 7 tries, Leeds.
Yeah, I think he's actually treated there and some good gamesmanship being had by Adam Rigby then. He didn't really attack the tags, a genuine attempt for it. He went more and he knocked the ball out of his hands, and understandably Tom not very pleased with that. But Wigan are not fazed by it. Dec Roberts bringing the ball forward, offload to Adam Rigby.
Here come Wigan. Can they find another one before the break? 5 minutes to go. Dec Roberts into traffic. Wants a quick play, gets one. Jodie Boyd-Ward with a big hit. They go again towards the post. Dec Roberts floats it back wide. Phil Roberts has just overrun this one, so he goes back. Here he comes. And kicks for the corner, straight into touch.
Oh, disappointing end to what was a good passionate play from the Wigan Warriors team. And again, this is where it was dangerous last time. Look at how spread the Wigan team is in comparison to the Leeds Rhinos team here. What they're doing is trying to drag the defenders in to create the space on the outside, and they give some space here at this moment in time.
So 7 tries to 4. But the big difference is that Wigan have converted their 4. Leeds have been missing.
Yeah, fundamental part of our game, and it's a skill that's often not recognised. We saw last night in the Wigan versus Catalan game, 100% accuracy from young Harry Smith, and it's something that the Wigan team have prided itself on this year, and something the Leeds Rhinos could learn a lesson with. I think the referee's going to pull them back there as Tom went to pass it. There was a touch off one of the Wigan players, and the referee rightly so has brought it back, so Leeds are going to have another set camped just inside of the Wigan's half.
Yeah, so Leeds have converted 3 of 7. Yeah, so we are 34-24, as you were. Here's Halliwell.
Mathematician is still going. I love that your thinking and thought process, whereas me, it's just a case of get on with the game. The match officials will tell us at the end if we get it wrong. But great change of speed and pace there
through
from
the gap he
Collins. Oh, referee's call time off.
No, let's have a word. Is he going to give the try here? Wigan have got the ball for the restart. They don't think it's a try. Lengthy discussion between the officials.
Can't work out what he's asking him there. Does he ground it? Does he not? I think he's asking, does he tap it on the floor in the restart?
Tries awarded.
Yeah, I think it might have been to do with a play the ball. Tom Halliwell there, as he went down, he was asking, did he place his tag on before he passed the ball? So he was just checking with his colleague to get it right. And on the replay we've just seen on our screen in front of us, it looks like Tom Halliwell did touch the floor and pass it with the tag on his shoulder.
So a second of the game for Nathan Collins.
It's that elusiveness that he just brings, and he's very deceptive. So you go to get him in one position and he's not there, and it's crazy to kind of say, because you can see him in his chair, you reach and you think he's within distance, and then before you know it, he's leaned forward, and you can't pull on the chair. If you pull on the chair, it's going to be a penalty. And very frustrating for defenders to defend against.
Collins has converted twice from 5 attempts by my maths. But that one does go over, and Leeds have 40. It's Wigan 24, the Rhinos 40.
Again, we're taking your time on that one here. So here it shows, it'll show this tag there. The tag's taken by Det Roberts. He places it, and simultaneously, but straight after the tag's on, he touches the floor and passes it. Was the referee checking it, which was good officiating to work as a team, and I think come up with the right outcome for that play.
Decent crowd in this left corner. Now where's that going? Oh, it's tapped behind by Leeds. That was perfectly weighted.
That's the type of kick pressure that they need to be doing, but I'll ask you at half time how many are in, because there's no chance I'm doing any more counting.
Well, we can't see underneath us. I'm going to say between 20 and 30 as Leeds drop out. And then obviously just as many in the staff on the far side. So we've probably got about 50 or 60 inside the gym here. Can Wigan find another score before the break? And then surely they'll freshen up at half time.
Yeah, again, they've done really well, Wigan, keeping this play. They've had no interchanges yet. The game is still within their reach. As we've mentioned, 20 points can get scored within a very short period
ball
of
inside.
time.
Brilliant try. That was wonderful work. Finished off again by Woolliffe, his second. Excellent try for the Warriors, and boy, they needed that.
Yeah, we just spoke about Deck taking the ball to the line at pace. He hits Adam Rigby with a 10-metre pass, and Rigby pops it back up on the inside as the defenders trying to swarm Woolliffe. And knowing Deck Roberts doesn't take his time with these conversions, he's just about to swing his arm at it already. And he gets it.
Wigan 30, Leeds 40. And is that half time already? The referee's had enough.
Yeah, well, there is only 40 minutes in each half, George, and I'm going to have a bit of fun.
5 seconds shy.
I'm going to have
5
a bit
seconds, you can get another passage of play, surely.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to start counting how many of these speckers in, because I reckon there's more than you predicted.
Well, let's just have a look back at some of the highlights, John. From the first half, it was Leeds who got the start.
Yeah, well, from my perspective here, Tom Halliwell has been the difference in this game. He's controlling everything through the middle. His speed, his power, his pace. He's bringing 2 defenders at nearly every tackle, and then the bit of magic he's got on the outside of it is he's able to bring and utilise Nathan Collins as an absolute speed changer of the game, and goes very well with it. From a Wigan perspective, I think they are starting to tell the difference in making sure that the players probably need a bit of a rest, and I think without realising it, Martin Norris not being fully fit and able to do it because he didn't complete the warm-up today, I think it's going to be telling on the squad for the remainder of the game. They've got 2 good interchanges yet in Mark Jones and young Roberts to come on in relation to Dec and Phil's youngest son in Nathan. His name eluded me then, and what they need to do is give them guys a bit of time to create a bit of a breather for some of the more experienced people, because at the end of this game they're going to definitely feel the need of a change of pace.
Tom Halliwell starred, first half hat-trick. Phil Roberts was involved in a lot of the good stuff that Wigan did. 8 tries to 5 in the Rhinos' favour, but only a 10-point difference because the Rhinos have been a little bit errant with their conversion attempts today. Jake Roberts has missed nothing, and that's kept his side very much in the hunt, and that felt a big score before the break for Wigan to get themselves back into this one.
Yeah, for me now, I would imagine Phil Roberts' airtime team talk is going to be about making sure that the team can actually start at the right pace in this half, because I think they was caught a bit short in the first half starting, and if they'd have started at the same pace as with Leeds Rhinos, I think they'd have given themselves a bit more of a chance, and that needs to be a focus now. Whereas you can see over James Simpson's talking to us and addressing his squad, a couple of players getting out and stretching, making sure that they're able to continue that in the second half.
Half time on the Sportsman, and the Rhinos have the lead. We'll be back with you for the second half of this League Leader Shield decider. Leeds have a 40 points to 30 lead here at Robin Park.
Talking about players, the Dream Team is going to be announced on Sunday. You can go on the Super League website and make your predictions as well. So let's have a look at your Dream Team then, Hendo. Let's bring it up. Talk us through it.
Yeah, well, as you can see on the images here, I've got Field at fullback. I just think he's been outstanding. He has been brilliant. I think you couldn't look anywhere past him at fullback. Yeah, Makinson and Bevan French on the wings for me. I just think French again has been in scintillating form. Makinson has been consistent as ever. It was a tough one, that one, because I was debating whether to go with Ash Hanley as well, but I just think Makinson has shown his quality throughout the season yet again. The centres again was another tough decision for me. I think Lutelli's been one of the form centres of the competition for most of this season, and I've picked Sean Kenny-Dow just purely on the fact that I just think the impact that he's had on his team, even when they've had all those injuries and players out, he has still performed and almost carried that team on a number of occasions. That's why he's in for me. The halfback pairings, Johnny Lomax again, I just think he's been still fairly consistent throughout the season, doing the job as he does. And Brady Croft for me has been probably one of the players of the competition, to be fair. Certainly in this second half of the season, he has really come to life, so deserves his spot there. Up front, we've got Alex Wormsley and Alesky, the 2 English props here. I think both deserve that. I think they've both consistently been good, made good meters, done a good job for their teams respectively. I've gone with Matt Parcell at 9. That's probably a little bit contentious. There's probably a couple of blokes that could be in the mixer for that one. But again, the reason I've gone with him is more for the fact that I just think he's been at the hub of a lot of the attacking threat and play when Hull KR have been on the front foot and been good. I think he's been at the heart of that. So that's why I've gone with him. The back rowers, I've gone with Kai Pearce-Paul and Chris McQueen. I think McQueen has been in fantastic form for the Huddersfield Giants this season. He's been outstanding and may get an England call-up perhaps. And Kai Pearce-Paul, again, I think you can't deny the ability of that kid. I think again has been tremendous, a genuine threat on the edge. I know he's had to play at a position a couple of times this year, but what a player he is. And I've gone with Joe Westerman at 13. again, maybe a contentious one, but again, the reason I've gone with him is, again, more for the impact that he has had on his team. I think he is really, I know Casford at times have been inconsistent this season, but I think Joe Weston has been consistently good for Casford and has been very much at the heart of a lot of the good things that they've done.
Let's look at Gareth's dream team as well. Gareth, we're running out of time, so quickly talk us through it.
Yeah, I'll just go through the different ones, I guess, to Hendo. We've got a lot of similar ones, haven't we, there? On the wing, I went with Ash Handley. I can see shouts from Makinson and Ken Seal, but I think Handley's made more metres than any other player in the comp. And when Leeds was struggling, he was still stood up for his team and led some young lads. Tim Laffey at centre, I think, has been great for Salford. I went for Wellesby above Lomax. I think he started the year, there was a lot of talk about him being the fullback, and this was his year. He's had to switch positions again, and he's been so influential for them. I've gone for Andy Ackers at 9. I think he's been absolutely fantastic for Salford. Potential World Cup bolter, as some people mention on social media. I think he's been really good. And in the back row, I went for a couple of guys who I think are players, Liam Farrell and Morgan Knowles, who are just real consistent, week-to-week guys who stand up, same week in, week out. But I think they both showed on that we've got some terrific players in Super League.
Welcome back. Big news from half-time is that confirmation of my mathematics being accurate. That is the half-time score.
Absolutely, and the prediction around the number of spectators as well. We did a quick head count, albeit a few had nipped out, but there was 28 seated, and I can see a few more coming in and filling the numbers up now. So I'm going to guess your guesstimation of around 50 is accurate to within 10, which is a benefit to you. The other part is a little bit of food at lunchtime, so that we can make sure we have some seafood with nice baguettes, like we're on the southern parts of the France, as we know Sebastian Bachar is watching from over there. Jack Brown's tuning in from Australia, and we've got a number of the Medway and Halifax players tuning in to watch the game as well today.
Well, hello one and all, great to know our coverage on the Sportsman is global. This Saturday lunchtime, can Wigan have a say in this game?
Absolutely, and we noticed there that Chris has come on for Wigan, Chris Greenhalgh. I've been around the game for a long period of time, and hopefully he'll give him a bit more stability and start to build and rest a couple of those players as well throughout the first half.
Phil Roberts dabs one towards the in-goal area, that's gone too deep. Every level of rugby league, you say next score is key. It just kind of has that feel around it now, doesn't it? Because Wigan they've kept nibbling away, but at some point they're going to have to make a move.
Yeah, I heard Steve McNamara last night on the end of game presentations on Sky. He was referencing he brought the game down into 8 blocks of 10 minutes, and I think this key period now, just after half time, is fundamental for the Wigan team to make sure they don't get caught out with the numbers, as players like Nathan Collins and Tom Halliwell, they're always doing the pendulum to change the pace and speed.
Well, Leeds started the match with a bang. Have they started the second half with a bang? Yes, they have. Collins providing for James Simpson, and the player coach is in the corner, and Leeds strike first just after half time.
Fantastic try there, and as we just said about that change of pace, switching direction, Tom Halliwell and Nathan Collins show exactly why they do it, and they give it to the man with the best moustache in rugby league, who's James Simpson.
What's the rivalry like for that honour? Who else is in that category?
Oh, there's a couple of beards there. Ewan Clibbens fancies himself as
a beard. Isn't a tash though, is it?
It's not.
I've got a beard. You wouldn't call mine a tash.
No, not at all. Well, and there's a couple of the plays that can't grow them, so it's one of those things, and I think James wears it and wears it well. It's the ginger caterpillar on the top lip, as we now focus on Nathan Collins' conversion.
3 from 6 so far. These are the kind he should make, and he has. Make that 4 from 7, and Leeds, and another 6 at the start of this second half.
Yeah, so for me, the skill and execution here on the change of direction, no panic, get your chair square, offloads to Nathan Collins, takes the ball to the line, nice wide ball in space for James Simpson to touch down, nice and easy. Rugby league can be so simple at times when played at pace and hitting some good angles and lines.
We're live on the Sportsman, exclusive coverage of the Betfred Wheelchair Super League. As we can go short again, Leeds will pick up.
Yeah, just having messages in there on social media as we're coming through that Bachar said Bachara's moustache could beat Simpson's. Rivalry amongst the England players.
I'm not sure how you score that vote, or on what basis are you judging one moustache better than the other? I don't know. Here come Leeds anyway. Perhaps we'll revisit that during a break in play.
Lots of discussion and open to interpretation, but as you see here, what's happening here, you've not seen the Leeds Rhinos make many in-field errors as they're going through it. The completion rate, I'd love to see the stat on that, because I think the difference is Leeds are making less mistakes.
Early kick from Collins. Roberts is going to have to deal with this and does. The Rhinos chase was good.
Drop out under the sticks here, and as you'll see, straight onto it. Adam Rigby's done it really fast to get the ball started and get possession back.
Brilliant play from Wigan. Phil Roberts was there. Here's Deck.
Phil must have covered at least 15 metres there in less than 3 seconds, which is fantastic.
Couldn't quite take the pass.
and that's that skill level execution about having to earn the right to do it in the right places. And I think if we look back after the game, I imagine some of the issues with that is overplaying at the wrong periods of time. And I've always been a coach who says play what you see in front of you, but you do need to earn that right.
Leeds dominating possession. Start of the second half, Halliwell. Leeds have knocked on in traffic. And Wigan will have the ball.
Yeah, it's that calm and composure, but look at how compressed this Leeds Rhinos defence is when they're starting out on it. From my perspective, they're saying, come and attack us on the edge. We're backing ourselves to be quick enough to get there and cover that defence.
Here come Wigan. 46-30 they trail. That kind of deficit can disappear in the blink of an eye in this sport. And here come Wigan. Gaps in the corner. Back inside they come. Still going towards the line. It's an elusive run. Can he get there? Not quite.
Fantastic offload out the back there, one-handed by Det Roberts, and great support from Lenny Izzard, pushing up the outside and just unable to get around Jody Bob-Ward on the end with some great defence.
Wigan make another error. Just a few too many from them. That allows Leeds to start again from deep. The clean tackle count here. Halliwell dummies towards Simpson, takes the tackle. Got Collins back inside. Roberts with a big contact, and then Halliwell takes it on. Collins once more. Simpson's going to run out of room and is in touch.
Great smart defending there from Chris Greenhalgh. Bided his time, let James take the ball on position, and then just nudged his chair in rather than taking his tag, using the touchline as that extra defender at that point in time. Wigan now coming out from their own half with Det need to make sure that they're able to build some pressure and play in the right parts of the field, which is getting down into the 20 or 10 metre areas.
Big impact from Greenhalgh since he's come on. It's Wigan's possession once again, with Rugby, a try scorer so far. That's the third. Roberts. Here they come again. Phil Roberts. Greenhalgh running out of room, stays in the field of play. There goes Phil. Flick pass to Det. Tackle eventually complete. Flicked wide. Can Phil Roberts get there? Offloaded out the back. Everyone's gone. That's into touch far side.
Oh dear. We could have done with a flannel to wipe over his head at that point in time. So I think again, just overplaying at this moment in time. At a minute, take a breath and control it. The referee's just doing that now as Leeds come out of their own 4 metres.
Simpson. Boyd Ward and Halliwell. Quick play with Collins. Going back behind everyone. Halliwell again. Butler was screaming for it right side. Halliwell takes it on. This will be the last. It's with Collins. Little kick to himself. It's going to have to be dealt with by Greenhalgh. Trapped in goal. Good end to the set from Leeds.
Yeah, again, keeping the ball in play, making it competitive. Smart bit of play there by Adam Rigby, looking for a quick 20 metre. He didn't blow the whistle, so he's pulled them back to face up and do the restart. I imagine this time Deck will go long, try and get some good territory, defending the Leeds half, and then get some good ball possession, which they need to build for some pressure, being 16 points behind at this moment in time.
Half an hour to go. Wigan have found touch. So Leeds will start and try and mount another attack here. They lead by 16, 46 points to 30. They've scored 9 tries. And here they come again. Simpson to Halliwell, who had a first half hat-trick.
So in that play there, Tom's pulling in 3 players. So if there's 3 players on Tom in that one instance, there's going to be space elsewhere with others, and that's the number that he's creating with how he does it. Some forceful contact there from Roberts, but he missed the tag.
Butler, Collins, it's with Halliwell, still going Halliwell. Flick ball, who's that come off?
He's give a penalty there
Offside,
for plays being offside. Phil Roberts on the back of the ruck as he was trying to offload it. He's just questioning the referee to slow it down and explain it, and I think the referee's saying to him there, I've made a decision, just get on and live with it.
Halliwell waits for Leeds. Key moments in this game. Live on the Sportsman. Saturday lunchtime in Wigan. Simpson on the charge. Lovely ball from Collins to Butler. Oh, was he inches away from being in touch? He's chucked it backwards. Now the chase is on. Halliwell with a pick-up. Bodies flying everywhere here. And the referee will stop play here.
Yeah, he's done there some great defence there from Chris Greenhalgh again, using that touchline with his experience, which forces Josh Butler to throw the ball unconventionally back. Luckily Tom Halliwell was on hand to get that, with immense pressure from Adam Rigby, who ends up coming out of his chair.
There's Greenhalgh on Butler. Collins takes it on. Simpson's with him. Oh, great burst of pace. Collins towards the line. Can he get there? Stretches out and scores. And the try is awarded. Hat-trick for Nathan Collins.
Unbelievable burst of pace there. Nathan hit that like he'd been shot out of a cannon. The speed he ended up going across his own players, which you ordinarily wouldn't do, which then created it. He went across Lenny Izzard and Phil Roberts. Even with the pressure from the inside from Lenny chasing back, they weren't quick enough to get there and reach around, because when Nathan does lean forward in that chair, he's very difficult to get with his low sense of gravity.
Second hat-trick of the game for Leeds. Collins and Halliwell. And that's the half century for the Rhinos, who look to be heading for the League Leaders' Shield, clinching top spot here today.
I'm just going to slide in behind you again here, George, because I reckon this ball's coming straight for us. If he's heard any of the commentary with me with the moustache talk or anything like that, he'll be jealous because he can't grow one.
Yeah, we're right behind this. Our commentary position is exactly where the ball's going to end up, I think, here. High up behind the posts. And he nails it. Luckily it was a flat one. And Leeds had another 2 to lead by 22 at 52-30.
Again, doing a great job with the numbers there, George, and keeping us very aware of where the score is. I think if Leeds start to continue to pull away, this is where Wigan need that tumble dryer. They need to start pushing it their way and make it more into a spin washing machine to be able to pull back some time and effort. Wigan have actually made an interchange again. We brought on young Nathan Roberts, so there's a family affair going with what's going on, and the player with a kicking tee just manages to get off the field in time. Can you name another sport where you would have 2 brothers and the dad playing in the same team?
I know, amazing. Great pride for Phil, but he'll just want to win this game, I'm sure.
Absolutely, some fantastic speed down the outside there from that 15-stone piece of muscle that is Adam Rigby.
Can Wigan find a way back into this contest? Being largely outplayed second half. But they're attacking here. Oh, lovely little ball from
what a ball!
Look who scores! Nathan Roberts announces his arrival with a try.
That's what you call an impact player, George. Coming on, having been involved in it, following up on the inside. That must be a set play that Wigan will train and do again, and manages to put the ball down in between the 3 Leeds Rhinos defenders.
Great response from Wigan. Great impact from Nathan Roberts. And no mistake at all from his brother. And we're not done yet. 52-36.
Not at all. And thinking of nicknames, I might start calling Dick Roberts the Bullseye, because he just does not miss them conversions at this moment in time. And in a game like this, it's absolutely key to keeping them in that.
Another look at that try. Beautiful little switch pass. And it remains a 16-point game. Low and short from Leeds. Greenhouse with the pickup. Halliwell, who's been kept relatively quiet second half. Play with the first half by a mile. Here come Wigan again. Looking to back up with another one perhaps. Dick Roberts wants it, yells for it, gets it. Oh, flicks a lovely ball. Oh, they're promoting it again, and Nathan Roberts almost through. Here's Dick. Ball came free. What's the referee going to say? It was lost. And it's going to be Leeds ball.
Good passage of play from Wigan there, building the pressure. The 2 interchanges in Nathan Roberts and Chris Greenhalgh making a significant difference. And you know, you've got to ask yourself, with that bit of energy that they brought to the Wigan team, could it have been done a little bit earlier?
Roberts on Butler, still going. Oh, Halliwell's lost that. It's gone backwards. And Roberts completes the impact on Butler. Here comes Halliwell. Simpson ran out of room, right side. Butler. Greenhouse with the hit. Collins. Dabs one through, but the door was shut. What's the referee going to say? It's going to be Wigan ball, I think, here.
Yeah, I think they're right there. Nathan plays it into his chair. The rucks are getting a little bit messy at this moment in time, as you see. Wigan is slowing Leeds down and trying to frustrate them, which is what the game that is going to be at this moment in time. But now they've got this set to try and complete and put some pressure on the Rhinos in their own half.
Here come Wigan, still in this. Greenhalgh up the middle. Dick Roberts towards the post, all the way through, just tagged I think before the line.
Yeah, the referee's call that he was tagged before he put the ball down, and I think he's got that right. We've not had a replay yet, but
looked to me like the tag was off just before he touched down.
Oh, fantastic call by the referees. But what skill and execution. Wigan knocking at the door here and putting a lot of pressure on that Leeds Rhinos goal line.
Last tackle. Oh, and again they've thrown it into touch.
Yeah, I think at this time in the game though, George, this is where you want to be trying things, and they're trying it in the right areas of the field there, so you've got to applaud them for understanding where they're at. That was just a little bit of skill execution that was required and communication, but it now gives Leeds the 4 metre restart.
Approaching the final quarter of this contest on the Sportsman. League leaders shield up for grabs. Leaders Leeds heading for top spot, unless Wigan can mount a fight back. Halliwell still going. Reverse ball to Butler. He had Collins on his left shoulder. He'll go back to Halliwell. Simpson alongside him. Still going. Quick play of the ball. Collins is the runner. Into traffic, offloads to Boyd Ward. Setting up in front of the post here, Leeds. With Halliwell. Fires the pass, and it's past everyone and into touch.
Again, it's coming down now. Leeds, I think, are feeling the pressure that they've not been in Wigan territory, so they've forced that ball on that occasion. Again, coming from Tom Halliwell, it's an unforced error that he would make. Wigan coming out of their own 4 metre line now.
Oh, they've gone for an early kick. It's going to bounce towards touch and into touch. They're starting to try a few things, Wigan.
Yeah, you don't mind that. A bit of exciting play. Just got the wrong bounce on the ball there. If it had been point over point, because the ball's a little bit more deflated in the wheelchair game, so that it doesn't tip plays out of chairs, it would have been the right call.
Simpson took a big hit there out of his chair. Springs back. Butler. Collins. Butler again. And Collins once more. Simpson joining in. Real danger here with Halliwell. Just takes the collision, offloads. Simpson ran out of time. Boyd Ward once, promotes to Halliwell. Intercept, now then Dec Roberts, can you go? Can you go? Butler gets there. Still going, and offloads. Now then Nathan Roberts. What can they set up here, Wigan? There's going to be gaps. Hit on Dec Roberts with Nathan Roberts towards the post. Leeds scrambling back in defence. Taken on. Has he touched down here? Has Woolliffe got there?
I think so. He's calling that he put it on the line.
Well, Woolleffe's got himself a hat-trick.
He's a long reach on his arms there as Woolliffe, and he manages to do it ahead of 3 plays in contact as well, so he's managed to do real well with that, and some good passage of play in the build-up there from Wigan, where previously they'd forced the ball and made unnecessary errors. I think that time the skill levels were on point, and they didn't panic too much and got the ball to Matt just short of the line.
No mistake from the kicking tee, and just like that we're back to a 10-point game. And that's as tight as we've been since Leeds went into an early 10-0 lead. And we've got bags of time. 18 minutes left here for Wigan to spring a surprise.
Yeah, I think some of the Leeds players now maybe looking a little tired and probably getting ready for an interchange. I think that's been the biggest impact for the Wigan team. They do seem to be fresher with the 2 interchanges that they've made.
They went through the first half without making a change. Wigan holding them back second half. We've not seen Phil Roberts second half. He was hammering away at his chair, we saw at half time.
Yeah, we do a lot of repairs and mechanical changes at any of the stoppages that you get. When you see wheels coming off in the game, it's a quick alteration and change, and mechanicals fix any of those that's needed.
Dab towards the post, that looks too deep, and is.
8 metre restart again. They would have preferred to keep that in the field of play where possible, but it's now about defending, and Wigan have learned from the last lessons, and they've got a tighter defence on this, as we can see from this elevated position.
Halliwell. Butler through everyone. Butler with a big moment in the game. Could that prove a game breaker all the way through and under the posts? Big moment in this one as Butler scores.
Yeah, we've not counted how many times that the assist in this game, because today Tom Halliwell brought 2 defenders in a position his chair wasn't able to move, and offloaded one-handed around the back of the player for Josh Butler pushing through at pace to create some space and a chase to the try line.
That's Butler's second score. Collins in front of the post. 5 from 8 so far. It's poised to be 6 from 9 with 16 minutes to go. Leeds maintaining that advantage. No mistake. Another 2. And Leeds lead by 58 points to 42.
The mathematician in you there, George, you're really on point today with this, mate. And lo and behold, there's a number of spectators more started to come in towards the back end of this, so people must have heard what's going on and made it. So I think we've increased the crowd here by at least 10 whilst we've been commentating on this.
That's good news. Oh, it's a big contact as well. Butler sent flying there by Rugby. Simpson.
Yeah. Sometimes when the chair gets on a certain position on a wheel and the weight and motion of the body, you only take a touch and it can send you cartwheeling.
Collins, Simpson, Halliwell, Collins, all the way round the outside. Last tackle Leeds. Halliwell on the last. They're going to run this one with Simpson. Can Butler get round the corner and score? He can, you know.
I think he had his tag there on this one. I think
this is a big call. Has Butler got a hat-trick? He's celebrating as though he has. Referee's going to award the try, and Butler has a treble.
Yeah.
And the game now, is it just creeping away from Wigan?
I think so. I think they were really unlucky there, Wigan. Great play and great speed by Leeds Rhinos, and you go with what the referee blows. I think that was one of them occasions that they have been hard done by on the slow replay there. You see the tag is actually off his shoulder before he places the ball on the floor.
20-point lead now for Leeds with this to come. And it looks like Leeds are securing the league leader shield here this lunchtime at Robin Park. Tough one for Collins. Out on this right touchline. Got a great view of the angle there. And he's nailed it. Beautiful. Another 2. 64 points to 42. And that now looks like it could be too much for Wigan to make up.
Yeah, well, I think the Wigan team now are actually working to kind of get through and get back into the processes that they've been working on for throughout the season. And if they do that, completing their this time, to give themselves a little bit of an opportunity to do that.
Not the be-all and end-all, of course. Into the playoffs we will go. Oh, straight through a gap. Now it's a foot race. Gets the head down and accelerates away. 4 tries, Nathan Collins.
Yeah, straight from knocking a conversion over there to kind of receiving the ball. There's no gap at all, and that's where we create that. If you see on the replay there, he actually lifts his wheel over the player's wheel who he's going against. It's like he's going rocky riding over it, gets through the gap and then pushes away at significant pace.
Leeds have cut loose, and the league leaders are now hurtling towards securing top spot.
Yeah, with some of the changes in pace that Nathan Collins can do, he is certainly a pocket rocket, and his pace there to pull away from the chasing defenders was fantastic. And once he got his pace up, that lean and reach forward, there was only going to be one winner to that try line then.
He's given himself another touchline conversion attempt. Again, this one's heading right for us if he gets some decent purchase on it. Here we come. Nails another one. And Leeds have 70 all of a sudden. 70 points to 42. 4 tries, Nathan Collins, and a hat-trick apiece for Butler and for Halliwell. You'll be picking the player of the match in 4 or 5 minutes. There's 3 names for you.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think the effort and attitude of all of these players, as Wigan have just made another interchange. They brought Lenny Izzard and Mark Jones on the pitch now to go alongside it, taking off Deck Roberts and Chris Greenouch, who I believe, oh, what play, short kick off, regathered it, Adam Rigby, and then the referees called a tackle as he offloaded it to Nathan Roberts, who seemed to be away, but knocked on in the process.
Well, they're just chancing their arm now. Wigan. Leeds know that the league leaders shield is going to be theirs. 10 minutes left. The Rhinos cementing top spot heading into the playoffs. Halliwell. Barely said his name second half. Here we go with Halliwell again. Butler. Elusive. Tag made. Halliwell lurking. Flicks the ball back to Butler. Nathan Roberts out of his chair completing that one. Now then, cross field over everyone and one bounce into touch.
Yeah, albeit you're not seeing Tom Halliwell pushing all the buttons there, because they've just made a change and taken him off. He has been involved in every one of the passes and processes of building it, but what has then taken place is Nathan Collins has taken more of a lead in doing that for the Rhinos.
Can Wigan find something to give a cheer to this ever increasing home support here at Robin Park? You've enjoyed our coverage on the Sportsman. A real privilege to be able to bring you exclusive rugby league streaming to you, as we have been doing all season. Little dab through, Leeds will collect. Simpson. Still going, Simpson. Another charge, and Simpson will score. And that's his hat-trick.
Fantastic piece of evasion and skill there as he took the ball to the line, saw the defenders, put his head down, leant forward and used all that power in them muscles, as he's never out of the gym. If you see him on social media, he's working hard to be in the best condition he can for the year, and supporting Leeds Rhinos being very successful. We've got another kicker now.
Clibbens just pops it over. I think I'd be volunteering to take the conversion if it was right in front like that.
Yeah, well, to be fair, it's now the third kicker of today. They've changed it to for you, George, not...
So I was right, I was just ahead of my time.
Absolutely.
76 points to 42. We could probably make a call now if you like on your Betfred player of the match live on the Sportsman, John.
Yeah, well, I think albeit there's a number of players put their hands up, and a credit to, I think from a Wigan perspective, we've seen some great play there by Phil Roberts at times. We've seen Adam Rigby working very hard, and we've seen some good skill and kicking accuracy from Deck Roberts. On the opposition side, we've seen Nathan Collins working really hard and supporting everything that Leeds Rhinos have been involved with. But for me, the game changer, everything's been the linchpin of the Rhinos team has been Tom Halliwell, and in the period he's been on the field, I believe has been the difference in the two teams.
So once again, as Wigan attack, and they're going to score in the corner. Oh, forward pass, says the referee far side, but Tom Halliwell off the field at the moment. The Rhinos number 7 is the Betfred player of the match for this one on the Sportsman this afternoon.
Yeah, Leeds Rhinos have brought on Paul Horrobin now. He's in there, he's having a push around. He's now starting to be up the middle of the field and supporting that defensive effort.
Into the last 6 minutes or so.
And there you see why you don't go straight over a ball in wheelchair rugby league, because that's what it does, it tips you out of it, and part of the reason why we deflate some of the balls to make sure that that isn't as significant as they tip out of the chairs.
Here come Wigan. Can they finish with a flourish? Still going in the far corner.
Yeah, I think Lenny was just asking the referees that not 2 tags, he just made evasion, some good pace and change, and they couldn't hold him. Oh, we got caught up. There's 2 chairs stuck together. The wheel's gone inside the spokes of Jody Boards from Matt Woloff. So the referee just going in, tipping him and helping him.
It's quite a wide-ranging job spec for the refs, isn't it, in this game?
Absolutely, very inclusive. Everybody's here to make sure that the game's the winner. And today, I think spectators will have seen fantastic opportunity of Wheelchair Rugby League. He's called a tackle. I think the pass was on Jones, wide open out wide.
Izzard should have given it there. They'll have another go this time, and this time it is a stroll through.
Well, they give the benefit of the doubt on the tag before to the attacking team, and I think the match fishers have been consistent and give the benefit of the doubt, because again, this was a real tight one there, and them split seconds, and it's actually 100th of a second in a tag coming off and a tag being on, as a nice little ball of a point of attack from Lenny Izzard to Mark Jones, and on that occasion the referees were spot on. The Robertses have changed over and taken kicking responsibilities. Nathan Roberts, so that's a second kicker for Wigan coming on, and unfortunately not achieving that one on that time.
So 46 points to 72 with 4 minutes to go. Or to 76, I beg your pardon. 46-76.
That's correct. You're spot on again, mate.
I hope so. It's been the hardest part of this commentary, keeping track of the score.
Well, I'll tell you what, there is definitely going to be some sore bodies tomorrow. Shoulder blades, lats, triceps, biceps, all of the passing, as well as the bumps and bruises on knees and elbows where they come out of the
Wigan
chair.
aren't done yet, they want another. That was Izzard flying through. Taken on by Rugby. Running out of room, far corner. Some big contacts. The ball's going to bobble back. It's still in play. What's the referee going to say here? Leeds ball.
He picked the ball up when his wheel was over the line. Adam Rigby was looking for and hoping for some support and space as he was spinning round. It wasn't to come on that occasion, as Leeds have made another interchange with Verity Smith coming on the pitch. Paul Orabin being really tall, it's very difficult to pull the tags off the shoulders with a different range in the chairs and heights.
Simpson. Clivens. Simpson again. Last couple of minutes. Leeds about to clinch the league leaders' shield. Live on the Sportsman as Simpson dabs one through. It's going to be too heavy for everyone, I think.
8 metre restart and see what Wigan can build here in this last 3 minutes as we have it, 2-3 minutes as we've got it going. Lenny Izzard ready and Adam Rigby bringing it up. Big contact.
Can Wigan find the last score of the game? They're not going to triumph here. It's Leeds' day. It's Leeds' league leaders' shield, but Wigan finishing with a flourishing, and they'll score another in the corner. Brilliant ball movement.
Fantastic play there from the Cherry and Whites, starting with building the process with Matt Woloff on that right hand side, offloads to Rigby, who finds Lenny Izzard, and then a fantastic round the player pass to Mark Jones, the Welsh international, to score in the corner. And we've got another kicker stepping up to the plates as well for Wigan, so third kicker for Wigan.
And that's Wigan up to 50. Less said about that attempt, the better.
Yeah, Mert Williams, very experienced, Wales international, been around the block a number of times, and he certainly understands and gets the game. Very experienced in how he approaches it and scoring the try there.
76-50 into the last minute. Leeds came in as favourites, top of the pile, and that's exactly where they're going to finish off the back of this result. It's their league leaders' shield and their position of dominance. That one's too long. Closing moments, been a fantastic spectacle. Leeds have been in front throughout. The Warriors have had a good go, they've hung on in there, but it's always looked a little bit too much. Nathan Roberts. Only the referee knows how long now. Little dab through. If Simpson get back, he'll just put it dead. And Leeds will drop out.
Maybe time for one last flurry to send the spectators away with a final play of the game. But yeah, I think today it has shown some skill, some speed, some serious collisions and contact, which is fantastic, and shown a great light of our sport in front of the Sportsman today, which we're really pleased to have the Sportsman on board and supporting Wheelchair Rugby League, giving us some of the visibility and recognition.
Wigan have knocked on. Leeds might have another score in them here yet. Simpson, 4 different hat-trick scorers for the Rhinos today. Collins has got 4, Butler, Simpson, Halliwell all with trebles.
That's a credit to the skill levels and the plays they've got across the park, and
that'll do us. Take a bow, Leeds Rhinos. The dominant force here in Wigan this afternoon. The Leeds Rhinos have won big, and they clinch the league leaders' shield, and they've been a joy to watch, John.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it today, and thanks for having me alongside you today. Hopefully we've done our sport a credit and proud. It's great to see that there's so many spectators been watching on social media. I think highlighting how inclusive our sport is. It's for everybody. We've got ages and stages, a family affair of 2 brothers and a dad playing today, men, women, regardless of where you come from. We will always find a space for you and place for you in Wheelchair Rugby League, and hopefully that's come across today with some fantastic skill and execution at pace, and yeah, it's been great to be here, so thanks for having us.
As we look at just some of the highlights from the second half, how does this shape up then heading into to the remainder of this season?
Oh, it's fantastic now. This is the final round of it, so we're going to go in the playoffs, and depending on the results that take place tomorrow with Halifax against the Roosters, will depend on first, second and third position in the league table, which the highest placed teams get home opposition as their players are just given a lap, and thank you to the spectators that have shown up today in good numbers. I think for us it's great skill and expectation and spectacles, and the players all giving you a thumbs up there, George, for a solid sterling job you're doing supporting the wheelchair game.
Yeah, great to see as you watch those highlights, these scenes live at Robin Park, the players going round the perimeter to thank the supporters who've given up their Saturday lunchtime. And that's as far as we go. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage exclusively on the Sportsman this Saturday lunchtime at Robin Park here in Wigan. The Warriors had a good go, but it's been the Rhinos' day. They clinch the league leaders' shield heading into the end of season playoffs in the Betfred Wheelchair Super League. Leeds have won, and they've won this by 76 points to 50. From me and John, thanks for your company, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.